Wow. Purple Skittles. That's the dank rip of the day. BitMonger here. One of the real OGs in Southeast Asia. I've been living in this region for over 30 years. Ever since I got here in my early 20s. Taking risks. And reaping the rewards, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about this guy. His name is PhillyinthePhilippines, his channel. And I was watching this video. And again, here we're having some guy having money problems. It's not a matter of he doesn't have money. It's a matter of getting his money. And, you know, he's been living here for 10 years now. And is having difficulty accessing his money. And here's a good example of why you might want to be empowering yourself a little bit and looking at crypto, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, if you're afraid of speculating, just buy the digital dollar and just transfer that money over, you know, no reason to have the banksters involved. And there's an easy way in which you can move the money. Wow. I look at it, this guy's got, what, how many? 134,000 subscribers. Amazing. Yeah, he, kind of way, you know, doesn't really seem like he's got it. He's not thinking outside the box, but a lot of people want to listen to what he's got to say. Anyways, this is what I got to say to you, buddy. I'm going to show you some ways in which you can easily move money over. All it takes is a little bit of effort and a little bit of research, and you will find the answers. Who would have thought, man? You do a Google search or use some AI, and you'll find out pretty quickly that there's this service called Remitly. Look into it. It is really, really good. Now, personally, I haven't used it, but friends of mine use it, and they have all spoke very highly of it, and it works all over, you know, and look into it. The banking system is antiquated. They're using old systems of SWIFT and this type of shit that takes fucking time to settle. It goes through these third parties and charges you up the ass, or they can charge you up the ass. In today's day and age, with you know, where we are with technology, absolutely no reason for you to be a gimp and being completely, I mean, there's certain things that you have to deal with. I mean, you can't completely get out of the system, but as soon as you have access to yourself, you want to be able to move it off the system and into your control. So, again, guys, you can set that up through Coinbase. You can immediately move money over. You can buy the stable coin, and then you can, if you want to hold it yourself, if you don't, you know, trust the exchange, you move it to a cold wallet. Really easy to do, where basically you're your own bank. You can do that with other cryptos as well. But that is one way in which you could solve that problem. And then all you need to do is you can set it up, and you can go to coins.ph and you can make your transfers over there. Boom. Slide your USDC or your US dollar tether, your stable coin, which is pegged to the dollar, and then exchange it right into pesos and then transfer it into your bank account. Or you can use one of these, you know, those Cebuano Lahi or whatever the name of that fucking place is. You know, you can go down here. You know, they have these all over. Anybody who's been in the Philippines knows about these places. Pawn shop, you know, you can see right here. It's got a long history. It started in 1953, but it's grown into a major player offering pawning, remittance, microinsurance, and other financial services. And any guy who's spent any time in the Philippines sees these places fucking all over, man. So that's another way in which you could move things over. Another way that you consider, I mean, I'm not a gold bug. I know a lot of you older guys out there that might see this are into gold and stuff. And honestly, look back at the charts. If you're looking at a long-term time frame, gold hasn't performed. You would have been better off just buying the S&P 500. It's outgrown it. Don't believe me? Do a little research. Look at it yourself, okay? Yeah. Granted, gold has had It has been done very well, though, this past year and a half. It's done extremely well. But compared to something like Bitcoin, look at the chart. There's no denying it. The fastest horse in this race has been Bitcoin. And you probably listen to people like Peter Schiff, who's a gold bug and is an ultimate Bitcoin denier. If you're in that camp, God help you. Wake up, pull your head out of the ass, look around, see all the adoption, look at all these massive banks, biggest asset managers in the world, ETFs, all these companies like MicroStrategy that throw Bitcoin into their strategic reserve, in their treasury, their corporate treasury. Their companies have outperformed any other stock. Okay, you guys, I'm a total stoner, but I'm a highly successful stoner when it comes to like investing. I was able to retire early when I finally put my mind to it. Till my late 30s, I gave no fucks, man. I was traveling all over. I got to Southeast Asia in my early 20s, hanging out, spent time in Japan as well. Been living on all these different countries. Later got an education, got a master's degree. Then I came back to Southeast Asia immediately and worked at these really top-tier international schools. And when I send your kid to school there, you're paying, $25,000, $30,000 a year. And teachers that work there get paid quite well. I was making, $60K, completely tax-free, free housing, free schooling for my kid. I got one son, I'm a single dad. And I was able to use that bit and invest wisely and then make millions. And then now I'm kicking it, retiring fucking in Thailand. So it's important who you listen to, people. Some people, you got to filter the noise. There's going to be some people out there that got an opinion, but you know what they say about opinions, right? Isn't a diss on that guy, just to be clear. But this is just generally in life, you got to filter, some things are wise to pay attention to. Others are just fucking noise. Entertainment's good. It's always good for that, no doubt. But who you listen to matters. And if you listen to fucking people that think they know shit, but they don't know shit, well, then you probably, if you value their opinion, well, then you probably don't know shit either. So look around, man, and pay attention and think outside the box, guys. Another one here is World Remit. This one's got great test scores as well. So that's another one besides Remitly. Remitly. And just so you guys know, where was that? I think it's here. Yeah, Remitly. This is based right out of Seattle, guys. So if you're an American, this will be your way to go. You can thank me in the comments if you ever see this. Let me know. Guys, like and subscribe. Leave comments down below. So those are ways in which you can move your money. Crypto, USDC, Remitly, World Remit. Those are great options. Like I was talking about with gold, some guys like to use gold because you can use gold and you can bring it into that pawn shop here, this one here, and you can exchange it out and do that way. I know some, old dogs like to use that style, but I wouldn't recommend it, but it's a potential. You can put a little bit of your net worth into some gold and do it that way. I wouldn't put a lot though, but that's just me. I prefer to put my money into Bitcoin and crypto because that's giving me the outsized returns. And I'm also investing in disruptive technology such as things like Tesla and NVIDIA, which I bought, before they absolutely ripped. And those have been serving me well. And I'm always looking at technology that is going to be disrupting sectors. And that's what I've been doing, guys. So you might want to follow me there. Besides getting my opinion, try to be brutally honest about, from what I've seen, having lived in all of these different countries around Southeast Asia for most of my life, almost my whole adult life. I've been out of the States. I was in Hawaii for a while as well, but my time in Hawaii, it's still very close to Asia, and it doesn't feel like you're in the United States. It's very different, especially being a kind of a minority there. White guy living in parts of Hawaii, you are a minority. So it's different, very different. The culture is different. Anyway, shout out to Hawaii if you're listening. I love surfing. Had a great time there. Lived in Indonesia surfed down there for a long time and was a diving instructor, boat captain. Anyways, I got a long history in Southeast Asia, guys, hopefully I can offer you guys good advice on how to move about and how to protect yourself, and don't be in denial, and to bring your common sense with you, because let's face it, I see so many fucking guys come over to Southeast Asia, get pussy whipped, get rinsed. You know, it's like they left their common sense back at home. You see it all the time. I don't want to see you guys be chump suckers, but fuck, man, I see a lot of it, and hopefully I can shine a light on it so I save some people. You know, whether I save you from making stupid decisions in Southeast Asia or investing money and getting ahead. You know, that's my mission here, is to help people so they don't get taken, and also to invest wisely and to make money. I'm looking at the disruption that's happening in society with AI and the global shift in wealth back to Asia. And that's what's been going on there. And just the massive disruption, that the advancements in technology and the speed in which they are happening. You know, if you're caught off sides, you're going to probably get screwed. So I feel like it's almost urgent to be taking your money and investing it wisely. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, this is the dollar, guys. This is your purchasing power, right? They're debasing the currency all the time. And if you look at the global debt clock, we're at 37 trillion. We have officially, hate to say it, but we've entered a death spiral. And ever since 2008, since the banksters got bailed out, it's just been it's a house of cards in a way. The U.S. is not going to default. They're going to print money, which means more of this is going to happen. So if you're not invested in hard assets, if you're not invested in disruptive tech, you're about to get screwed. And then there's the potential of them cutting, Social Security or whatever if you're dependent upon that, man. God help you. Anyways, guys, hope you're all doing well today. Sorry if I went on a rant there. Hey, guys, I just realized there's one other tip that I wanted to give you guys here. This is something that you'll find extremely useful. As you know, when you live overseas and you use the ATM, it can be extremely painful, and those fees can add up. Now, let me show you something, guys, and thank me in the comments if you like this tip. I'm sure some of you will. Well, right here, guys, you know what? If you sign up and you get a Charles Schwab account, you can withdraw money, and they will, basically no fees. They will pay back whatever fees you incurred and credit you. How you like that? Pretty excellent. You can see right here. Yes, Charles Schwab's offers a debit card that eliminates ATM fees for international withdrawals. Specifically, Charles Schwab Bank provides unlimited ATM fee rebates. So basically, like I said, they pay it back. It's a rebate. They pay it back. You don't get charged for your ATM fee. Yeah. All right, guys. Wish you're all doing well, and Monger on.